Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is HuntinNoobs, and I'm coming back at you with another edition of my series called Through My Eyes. Now, I was supposed to have this out on Saturday. Typically, I would apologize about all that, but I'm not going to apologize anymore, man. You know what? When I said that I was going to have it on Saturday, I knew it was probably somewhat of a mistake because my son and my daughter both had soccer tournaments over the weekend. I mean, I was putting 8 to 9 plus hours each day at a facility. It was about an hour and 20, hour and 30 minutes away from my house. It was just too long, and when I got home, I really didn't feel like getting into what I call through my eyes mode. You know, as I stated before, man, when I tell these stories that's been, you know, it's happened to me and the stuff that I've been through, I almost got to get in somewhat of a transit, man. I got to go back in the time, rekindle those emotions, and try to bring them to you guys as raw as I could possibly remember them. And I just didn't feel, I was tired, so I decided not to do it. And I didn't give any explanations on Twitter because, you know what, I didn't care. Not that I don't care about you guys, I didn't feel like I needed to. And to be honest with you, nobody asked about it either. So I was like, hey, if nobody asked about it, it is what it is. Maybe nobody stayed until the end of the video. The video was like 9 minutes long, but you know, I know how YouTube works nowadays, man. You put a video out for 9 minutes, say 1,000 people watch your video, maybe 50 to 100 of them will watch the video to the end. It just is what it is. Don't know why that is, but you know, some people's, you know, their attention span is just very, very minimal. And you know, hey, I'm one of those guys too. There's been times where I hopped on videos and I'm like, goodbye, and I leave my like and I bounce. But anyways, we're not here to talk about what I think people how should work, whatever. I'm not here to discuss that with you guys. But what I want to talk to you guys about is my Through My Eyes series, guys. Now, for the people that just now started checking out my channel, basically Through My Eyes is me storytelling. I'm talking to you guys about shit that's happened to me in my life. I've integrated Call of Duty into that in a chronological order now. I know you guys are like, well, noobs, it's supposed to be Call of Duty Ghost. I have 2 gameplays of Call of Duty Ghost left on my hard drive. I refuse to play the game at all anymore. I'm going to be trading it all in when it comes to Advanced Warfare. I'm going to take all my Ghosts for my consoles that I have, and I'm trading it in. I'm going to buy it with Advanced Warfare. And the Call of Duty Ghost that I have and my stock hard drive right now is only 6 minutes long. So obviously, that's just not long enough for a Through My Eyes series. Usually, it's right around 8 to 10 minutes long, which this video here is perfect for. I do drop a nice 67 kills. I drop almost 70, and I am rolling solo in this gameplay, too, so hopefully that makes up for me running around with R870 being a bit of a douchebag. But I was playing the objective. I think I come second place when it comes to capping the hard points and shit like that. So I hope you guys enjoy the gameplay nonetheless. Anyways, I kind of ended on a juicy note. Oh, real quick, guys, if you're new to the series, all you have to do is click on the in the description below. I have a link that's in the middle of the page that says Through My Eyes link, and I have all 20 plus Through My Eyes right there for you guys. So if you want to go back and watch each video, if this intrigues you at all, by all means, go ahead and do so. So, like I said before, I kind of ended on a juicy note, which I always do. I was talking about how my buddy contacted me. I was at work. I get a phone call from him, and he lets me know, like, hey, they found it. You're busted. You're in trouble. And like I said before, I thought he was fucking with me because that's kind of what we do, man. We call it bidding when you bid on somebody. Basically what it is, you know, you try to make their day as fucked up as possible so you get a kick out of it. Yes, it seems awful, but that's just what it was. You know, I would tell you, you know, you hear the saying all the time, man, you ain't bitting off me, motherfucker. Go find some other troll or some other punk. So basically, bitting off somebody is kind of like, or bidding off somebody is kind of like trolling them, I guess, you know, if I put it in, you know, for all the nerds out there in the YouTube world and whatnot, that's basically what it is when you're talking about in the penitentiary, when you're bidding on somebody. So I thought he was bidding off me, and I was like, nah, man, that's not happening. So he said, no, man, I'm not bullshitting you, man. So I call back to check in, right? Every so often, every couple hours, you got to check in at the halfway house. And as I'm checking in, Paul, I remember his name, Paul answers the phone. He's like, hey, all right. He said, hey, when you get off work, you need to stop by the office tonight. And I was like, oh, shit, man, you know. I was like, okay, fine, no problem. So as I come in, luckily I got off work a little bit later than normal. And when I got there, the counselor that is, you know, in charge of my caseload or my file, she's already went home, right? So they really wouldn't let me know what was going on. Basically what it was is my buddy, Howard, he told me that they asked him why he was in some of the pictures that I have in my possession. So basically, when in the halfway house, one of the rules are you're not allowed taking pictures inside of the halfway house. And I remember one morning I walked over, he was sleeping. I woke up, I said, "What's up, bitch?" I took a picture of him. And he's like, "Man, you know," he didn't really say anything, but he knew that you're not allowed to do that. And he's like, "Yo, don't be getting me busted for that bullshit, because you can get in trouble for that." Which, for whatever reason, were the rules for that. I really don't know. So anyway, so the night goes as normal, and I get up and go to work. I'm about, I don't know, about halfway into my shift, and I get a phone call from my counselor at work. And she's like, hey, I need you to leave work and come here as soon as possible. I was like, I can't get out of work. She's like, I'm not asking you, I'm telling you. So my work that I'm at, if I stated before, they knew my situation. They knew I was in a halfway house, and they were still cool enough to hire me on or whatever, and you know, give me a job. So I told them, I was like, hey, this is I can't do anything about this. It's like being in the military. I don't mean to disrespect the military at all, because I am a very patriotic person, but it's like being in the military for the military people out there. When whoever your staff sergeant, whoever is above you, tells you what to do, even whether you like it or not, you got to do it. You know what I'm saying? Or you're going to get in all kinds of trouble. Well, it was the same thing for me. Hey, my counselor's telling me to get back. I'm still under federal custody. If I don't, they get me as AWOL, and I get all kinds of trouble, extra charges, all kinds of crazy shit. Ooh, I almost picked up this little quad piece right there. 4-piece chicken nugget was on the order, but apparently I was full off of 3 of them. So I get all my shit together. I tell the people at some of my buddies, my buddy Howard's there. I said, man, they told me to come back to the halfway house. He's like, man, that's not good, man. So I come back to the halfway house. I go inside and I talk to my counselor, right? She pulls me into the office and says, hey, we found these pictures in the mail, and I really haven't seen the pictures yet. I'm just going off of hearsay. And what it was the pictures of the girl that was taking pictures of me inside of the club. Oh, shit, I'm going to turn that phone off right there. My buddy Define a Robot. I'll be with you in just a minute, homie. We'll play some Destiny here in just a second. We're going to try to do the Vault of Glass raid again. I did it the other night and passed it. Anyways, let's back to the story. I apologize about that. So she was talking about the pictures and whatnot, and I told her it was before I got locked up, because there was no dates on the picture. Because when I saw the picture, the first thing, the instinct in me being a crook was like, oh, there's no dates. They can't prove these happened whenever. Well, I was like, well, this happened before I got locked up. She's like, sweetheart, I know where you're at. I've been to this place, and this place was just built a couple years ago. I was like, I'm busted. There's no way of getting out of this. So I basically told her, like, yeah, I kind of let the best thing get. I told her straight up. I was like, I left. I was trying to get some girls. I was locked up for a long time. I'm trying to get my noodle wet. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, she was kind of sympathetic to me to an extent. And she's like, well, I got to do what I got to do, and I got to have to call and let the federal, the government, FBI, whatever, let them know what happened, and we're going to let them figure out what's going on. So as I'm getting ready for work the next day, I go back to my room or whatever. I'm getting ready for work the next day to go out, and they're like, whoa, where are you going? I was like, I'm going to work. He said, oh, no, you're on lockdown. I was like, lockdown? Really? You guys can do that? He's like, I mean, not let me go to work? I knew they could lock me down, but I just meant, like, are they doing it? Of course, that sounded stupid right there. I was like, oh, you got to be kidding me, man. It's like, no, we can't. We're not allowed to let you go until we hear what's going on. Well, a couple days go by, man. I'm like, I don't know what the hell's going on. I mean, at least 2 to 3 days go by, and I'm not thinking anything over it. I'm just sitting there waiting to hear back, and I'm thinking they're going to say no big deal, and, go ahead and send me on back to work and maybe give me, I don't know. I don't know what the penalty will be, but I don't. Like, again, I've never had it happen to me before. So, anyways, I'm in there playing ping pong with my homeboy Parker, and he's like, oh, shit. And he's like, what? He looked out the window. He's like, they're here. I was like, who? He said, the men in black. And, guys, I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going, oh, the cliffhanger gets good. It gets good. I'm about to get into some little deep shit that happened to me in my life. A little scary moment, I guess, for what it's worth. I'll explain a little bit more in the next Through My Eyes. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed that little quick Through My Eyes. I do apologize about it being late. Again, I appreciate your support as always, guys. Again, if this video gets 1,000 views by tomorrow, I'll have another video up by tomorrow. With that being said, it's your boy Huntin' Noobs. I'm out this bitch. Get